Oh shit.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
I'm kind of new to this mic, so excuse all the plosives. It's also been about 5 years since I've ever bothered to make one of these things, and so excuse me if I'm rusty, because I'm gonna be rusty. I noticed today on this fine October day that Ellen DeFascist has been starting her campaign for actually George Bush is good among the white women. So instead of going on some Twitter rampage or an Instagram rant or anything that men my age usually do in the digital age, let's talk about Joker, baby. A film of such profound, mundane, evil... that gives it too much credit. Just a fucking boring movie that I would like to vent about to make the days in 2019 feel just a little bit better. The constructed Joker is so much more dangerous than Todd Phillips' actual Joker. Which, hey, if it was dangerous, then we could have actually had something interesting to have a discourse about. But now it's just everyone freaking out over a King of Comedy ripoff. Look, why am I doing this if I obviously don't want to? Because I want to practice video editing, baby. That's it. That's really it. Thank you, Joker, for giving me the excuse to try out this microphone. Look at that. Holy shit. And see if I can actually ever do this kind of thing again. I mean, everything that needs to be said about Joker can kind of be seen in its opening minutes, where we do a slow push-in on Joaquin Phoenix just applying just makeup to a tired, soulless, recycled performance. What's crazy about Joker is that this isn't even Joaquin Phoenix's best Joker performance.
Don't move. Just stay still.
It's hot. You need to move the god.
You need to shut up.
In its essence, Joker is like the Stranger Things style re-commodification of just older films unattached to franchise IP. You just slap a brand on there, and then suddenly you have both a product and a revolutionary piece of media. It's the worst thing that has ever happened. The weird thing about Joker is that even people who dislike the film are really into Joaquin Phoenix's performance, which I am just totally tapped out of. It is just the most predictable character drama shit you could ever do. He walks into every scene with 3 different outcomes. He's either going to ignore a social cue and act very awkward, he's going to laugh, or he's going to shoot you. That's it. That is the entire film. All the decisions made in the movie, it's just those 3. It's certainly the most acting of 2019, just fucking IKEA furniture cinema with some Batman stickers plastered all over it. There's even a moment in the movie where Todd Phillips has little Bruce Wayne slide down a pole to go say hi to the Joker at the front gate. It's a joke right out of Starsky and Hutch. When Joaquin's boss starts talking about how the people out there have become savages, I was just fucking salivating. I was just like, oh, call the brown kids animals. Do it. Call the brown kids who jumped them animals. Call the Dominican kids animals. And the thing is that Todd Phillips is already pretty balls deep in the pornographic urban decay as just backdrop for sadistic cringe comedy. And so why not just go all the way with the red hot bloody trash? I mean, this is a filmmaker who casts a little person for the sake of just reenacting like a Hangover Part 3 deleted scene. It is a horrific gag. And if you think that this filmmaker truly has any regard for his fellow human being, if you really think that Todd Phillips is in the corner of the fighting man, of the worker, of the man in need, of the human in need. I mean, that is the greatest Joker's trick of them all, to believe that bullshit. There's a super wishy-washy, there were bad people on both sides type of ideology running through Joker. There's no real stance on mental health in America. The film is a useless Venn diagram of random scattered points that paints a human desperately in need of just anything, help, support, love, and just kind of paints him as a monster driven by melodrama. You know, I could call this the 4,000th adaptation of Frankenstein, but it's so shallow that it's basically just a fucking remake of The Blob. At one point, Joker tells De Niro's talk show host character that he's not political. He just wants to make people laugh. And so if you've been paying any attention to Todd Phillips' press tour for Joker, you can tell that this is when he starts really getting in his bag. Like, this is truly the part of the story that resonates most with him. And the thing is that it's a sentiment that's meant to be scoffed at. It's embarrassing to actually publicly declare. But the fact that it is treated with utmost sincerity kind of indicates if Todd Phillips actually sees Joker as some villain or this misunderstood patron saint. It's the latter. My point is that it's the latter.
You just ask the same questions every week.
If I may pitch something to you real quick, if Arthur tried to be the Joker, was actively wanting to be the Joker, but never got his desserts, he shoots 3 Wall Street bankers, sparks a class uprising, but he never gets invited to late night. No other protester believes he was the shooter, and another figurehead takes the mantle that he forged. A true member of the fight against the rich would celebrate the outcome. Never mind the glory. What made Arthur so pathetic and so powerful is that he just wanted to make the 99% bow to another monster. But no, not really. None of that is here. It's basically just another life's a stage metaphor. Just play some That's Life, and it's horrible. This is the worst film ever made. The film is just this natural progression of Warner Brothers and DC just co-opting sort of Boko Haram and 9/11 imagery for their superhero Zack Snyder films, and sort of sidestepping into just Sandy Hook and Occupy Wall Street for this Joker movie, and it's just completely disingenuous and gross, and it's being sold and received as compelling drama. I'm out. Okay, so a psychopath's outburst ignites an Eat the Rich protest. Okay, I mean, if that's the hill that you really want to die on in your film about society, by all means, die on it. But it just feels like slight trolling at the end of the day. If you throw $55 million at a production, then yeah, you're gonna get some really pretty sets, some nice locations, beautiful cameras. Wait, the iPhone Pro Max, that shit's like $1,400. If you pay the price tag, you too can have beautiful, state-of-the-art photos. Anyone can buy good-looking shit. If you sync the Capitol and keep a DVD of Dog Day Afternoon on loop for If you sync the Capitol and you keep a DVD of Dog Day Afternoon on loop for reference, then yeah, you too can have a smelly period piece. But if your words lack conviction, any sense of purpose, or really any respect for your viewers' time, then, I mean, you can copy your heroes' filmmaking techniques all you want, but at least keep it a buck and call yourself a hack.
You think this is funny? Is this a joke to you?
Joker is essentially Damien Chazelle's Taxi Driver, except it might be worse than that nightmare scenario. What I watched was 2 hours of finger wagging by a director who would never allow a finger to be wagged at him. It's just watching a filmmaker volley a tennis ball against a concrete wall for about 2 hours, and just this nonsense cycle of ideas eating their own tail, and you can never tell if you are some passerby looking on from a distance or if you're the fucking wall. I think the incel angle of Joker is mostly just a really fun thing to troll about. It came from the fact that there is a leaked script, a fake script, that revealed that Zazie Beetz' character was, and let me repeat verbatim, murdered by Joker because she won't give him the fuck, inciting a rampage. Joker does clown shit because no pussy. Because it was DC fans that discovered this transcript, they believed it within fucking seconds. I mean, here, in the film, after shooting 3 men dead, yeah, Joker kind of goes full Chad. He has a fantasy where he makes out with Zazie Beetz. And, you know, that's it. The movie, to call the movie incel shit, is giving incels too much credit. The most incel shit in Joker is the misogyny in wasting Zazie Beetz' time like this. I mean, I kind of wish that Joker wasn't a Joker movie. I feel like this would be a really sweet and nice and sentimental tale of a mentally challenged stand-up comedian struggling to process his act in an actual traditional stand-up setting, and instead is taken in by underground comics. It becomes an Andy Kaufman Forrest Gump. Everyone wins. He gets AIDS in the end. It's beautiful. I would take that over profoundly devoid of solutions Cynicism. Now here's the thing. Cynicism is good. You could argue that I'm being cynical right now. But I think that the only way for Cynicism to actually be productive is for it to ultimately provide solutions. And Joker is just like a burn it all down type of movie, but not really, because it's just completely cranked out of the corporate machine. If Joker was shitty, but also a burn it all down movie, I think we'd have something to truly have a meaningful discussion about. But instead, I just feel like roasting it for like 12 minutes, and that's it. Oh, let me pitch you something else. What if this movie, instead of what it was The Wire Season 2 mixed with how Mindhunter opens every episode with that serial killer dude? That's my pitch. Please give me money. You can call me dumb or naive or whatever the fuck you want. I don't care for expecting a Joker movie to be dangerous. But let's not pretend that dangerous media doesn't still exist. I recall that last year we had a mega popular Best Picture nominated Marvel movie that posited that the radical slave uprising leader was the villain and that he should be put in his proper place for trying to stage a slave uprising. The final season of Game of Thrones painted Daenerys in the exact same light. There seems to be this conception that major media has lost its edge, but really, I think that that's kind of the point of propaganda. It's supposed to feel dull and ordinary and completely normalized to a point. I've lost count of how many studio films and TV shows have painted radical protest as an absolute evil. And I guess if you did want to have meaningful discourse about Joker, then I would argue that you can add this one to the heap.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
But at the end of the day, I mean, the fact that a Joker movie can't even rouse up any chaos, nothing. It's just a bunch of angry people online speaking into microphones, into cameras, on podcasts, just going, "You're wrong. No, I'm right." I mean, what was the point of all this? What a fucking waste of time. This is F-grade dog shit. And here's the thing, angry viewer. You may be upset with me, but imagine how I feel. I wasted so much of my personal time making this video, editing this video, thinking about this video, writing for this video, about a film that is the worst movie of 2019. Maybe the worst film of the 2010s next to The Tree of Life. Imagine how I fucking feel.
Y aunque las cosas se pongan difícil, siempre vamos a adorarle.